Welcome back to CBS This Morning. We have an exclusive interview with Breonna Taylor's boyfriend. His name is Kenneth Walker. Now, he was with Taylor when she was killed by Louisville police officers on March 13th. He told us that they were in bed watching a movie when police raided the apartment as part of a narcotics investigation that was targeting her ex-boyfriend. We should point out that Kenneth Walker and Breonna Taylor do not have a criminal history, and no illegal drugs were found in that home. We went to Louisville over the weekend to talk with Kenneth Walker about that night.
To the world, it's just a hashtag, a picture, and all of that. But to me, it was much more. More than a girlfriend, too. I think that's what I want the world to know the most. That was my best friend. The most important person, pretty much, to me on the earth. And they took her.
Let's go back to that day. What kind of day was it for you two?
It was a normal day. It was a relaxed day. Really just chilling and just being us. You know, we went on a date, went out to eat, went back in the house, playing, watching a movie.
Take us to that moment when your life really changed forever.
It was a loud bang at the door. You know, nobody was responding when we were saying, "Who is it?"
You all did ask, "Who is it?"
Several times, both of us. And there was no response.
You know, the police say that they said several times, "It's the police."
If they knock on the door
and 12 witnesses said they didn't.
Dead silent. I know 1,000,000% sure that nobody identified themselves.
And 12 people agreed with him.
The next thing you hear, the door flies off the hinges. Are you feeling afraid?
Definitely afraid. But I don't have much room to be afraid because I got somebody here that I got to take care of.
So you hear the heavy knocking, and what do you do?
So now at that point, we're getting up to put on clothes, make ourselves decent to answer the door. Then I grab my gun.
We should also say you were licensed to carry the gun.
For sure. That was the one time I had to use it. I mean, if it was the police at the door and they just said we're the police, me or Breonna didn't have a reason at all not to open the door and see what they wanted.
So the doors fly off the hinges.
I let off one shot, and I'm figuring if somebody's trying to break in or something, they're not gonna want to do anything after that.
And after that, what happens?
I don't think I ever heard so many gunshots like all at the same time. I've never been to war, but I assume that's what war probably sounds like.
One officer fired 6 shots. Officer Mattingly. Officer Cosgrove fired 16 shots. Officer Hankinson fired 10 shots. That is a lot of firepower.
I still try to make sense of it to this day.
In a residential area.
Bullets coming in every direction.
When did you realize that Breonna had been shot?
I guess in the middle of all the gunfire, like she screamed. But like I was holding her hand.
You were holding her hand?
Yeah, like while this was happening, I pulled her down to the ground. But she was just scared, so she just didn't get down.
So in the middle of all of this, you realize that she's been hit. Was she alive at the time?
She was still, and when all the gunfire stopped, she was like bleeding and stuff, and I was holding her. Then that's when I called my mom.
You called your mom first?
Yeah, I told her that somebody just kicked in the door and shot Breonna, and she's freaking out at this point, but she told me to call 911, so I did.
911, Operator Harris, where's your emergency?
I don't know what's happening. Somebody kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend.
While you're on the phone, you don't know it's the police.
Exactly.
I didn't know it was the police, not at all, and I even proceeded to tell 911 that, somebody just kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend. If I knew who it was, I would have said the police. Or I wouldn't have been calling the police on the police. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Where was she shot at?
I don't know. She's on the grill right now. I don't know.
Is she alert and able to talk to you?
No.
No, she's not. Breathe. God.
In the midst of me talking to 911, I'm like, well, Breonna's mama should know about this too. I hung up on them and I called her mama.
The police didn't come rushing in?
Not at all.
No. They were more concerned with the dude with the flesh wound.
I was on the phone with Breonna's mom.
Because they're not there to protect and serve.
I thought they was, coming for help because I called 911.
So you think they're coming to help you?
Yes. So when I come outside, there's guns pointed at me. I'm being threatened with guns.
It's amazing that this guy walked away alive.
Don't look back. Put your hands on your head.
The officer asked me, was I hit by any bullets? I said no. He said, that's unfortunate. So
That's unfortunate.
So I'm like, what's he mean by that?
That's unfortunate, he said to you after you've just lost your girl.
Well, yeah, because they wanted to kill everybody, so there were no fucking witnesses, because that's what cops do.
And I really wasn't worried about me. Only reason I'm even out here is because the only way for her to get help in there is for me to be out here.
We were scared. No, we didn't know who it was. We didn't even know who it was.
And imagine what's going through his mind. He still has no clue what all this shit is about.
Cold, it was wet. I didn't wear any socks and shoes on gravel, rocks, and everything, and they was just dragging me like I had scabs and stuff on my feet from that.
When they take you to the police station, still no socks and shoes.
Still no socks and shoes. When we finally left the scene, we pulled over in like a random parking lot on Manslick, which is the street like at the bottom of the hill down the street from Breonna's apartment. And another officer in an unmarked car, and he wasn't in uniform and stuff, and he came to my window, but his tone was way different than everybody else's who was just on the scene.
How so? Different how?
This must have been PUI.
This was a misunderstanding.
PIU.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it and
Public Integrity
ask me,
Unit.
Did I need anything? Did I need water and this and that?
Hey, partner, can I get your name? Kenneth Walker. Matt, there was a little bit of miscommunication. I wanted to talk to you before they left.
And then when I
A
got
little bit of miscommunication.
where they took the handcuffs off me and everything. I was walking around. I went to the bathroom.
Go ahead. When you get in there, you can take the handcuffs off.
So clearly y'all know something's wrong. Because you don't,
You're allowed to move freely.
yeah,
once
you don't
have-
allegedly shoot a police officer and they take the handcuffs off you.
Were you surprised to hear that you were accused of shooting a police
I
officer?
definitely was surprised. But I was more concerned about, is he okay and is Breonna okay?
Wow.
Still didn't even know if she was alive or not.
So when did officers tell you you were going to be charged with attempted murder? When did you hear that?
Maybe like 5 or 6 in the morning that same night.
What did you think?
I was worried about if Breonna was okay or not.
When were you finally told that Breonna didn't make it?
I never really got told, like, directly. I saw it on the news.
That's how you heard Breonna Taylor died? On the news?
Pretty much.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And I was in the cell, and it was, like, on the news, and it said one, female dead. It confirmed it. I didn't know for sure what condition, she was in when I left. So I didn't know what they did. But as these body cam videos and stuff come out, I see they did nothing.
Exactly.
We see the SWAT team in there.
They just step over her.
Still in there. They're still like casing the apartment with her laying right there on the ground.
Apartment 4 is now a crime scene. Let's go ahead and move out. All right, she's done.
Disrespectful.
It is.
Do you think if you would not survive this incident, that we would be hearing the story that we're hearing today? If you had not survived it?
Exactly.
Not. There wouldn't be a story.
And they tried to silence him.
Probably wouldn't even know about it.
If it hadn't have been for the George Floyd protests, we probably wouldn't know about it. And this motherfucker would still be in jail, this poor guy. Holy shit.
Breonna Taylor or Kenny Walker?
Or Kenny Walker. I don't want everybody to know about Kenny Walker now. As long as everybody knows Breonna Taylor.
And what do you want us to know about Breonna Taylor?
Just, she would have did anything for anybody. She took care of a lot of people. There's a lot of people that need her bad right now. Including me.
Wow.
A grand jury accepted the Kentucky Attorney General's recommendation.
Fucking sane. And the fact that all Americans aren't pissed off on behalf of this motherfucker's violation, having his constitutional rights violated, is insane to me. Why aren't gun owners coming to his defense? Where's the fucking NRA?